Hey guys, this is IX with Rollout Reviews, bringing you another LBX review. This time it is Danball Senki Wars, Gruxeon. Now, Gruxeon isn't part of any of the virtual countries. It is from a group called Bandit, who are pretty much terrorists in the Second World. They very quickly become the main bad guys of the series. Taking a look at the manual here, we can see some images of a fully painted version of the model built by a professional modeler. You're not going to get something that looks this good straight out of the package, so be warned. There is the user of the LBX, QG. If we take a look inside, we can see full color instructions, very, very easy to follow, pretty easy to build. We have a little comic on the back there, but let's take a look at the model itself. Now, Gruxeon is a little deceiving because even though he's very thin and agile looking like Valsperos, he actually has a brawler frame similar to Dot Phaser and Gunther Izelfar, so that's kind of interesting. Very sinister looking all the way around, especially in the color scheme with the black, red, and purple sort of jackal ears back here. Very interesting looking head design. Little cameras up here. This section actually can slide down to cover his eyes. Sort of gives him like binoculars, I guess. He spies on people from afar using that feature, which is kind of cool. Very pronounced shoulder pads here. Interestingly designed as well. Little red bits in there. And again, the little arm shields have those little red bits as well. Heel spurs in the back, which is a really cool design. I really like the foot design here. Looks very, very nice. Again, little sort of thruster things here, little protrusions. Don't exactly know what those are. And in the back, you can see the little back piece here is covered with this to be accurate to the show, but if we take that off, it reveals a polycap. He's fully compatible with the multi-gimmick sacks of the rest of them. Stickers all the way around, very minimal. The purple parts on the chest and on the head are stickers. All of the white and the little red bits on the gun here are all stickers, but that's not a whole lot. Most of the red details all the way around him are actually plastic showing through, which is very, very cool. So let's take a look at his weapon here, his armament. This is the Hell Blaster, which is a very cool name, I suppose. It's very modern looking, but also very unique and kind of 70s sci-fi movie looking as well. Little fin detail up here, and little circle bits all the way around, but it also has a unique little stock back here, and the handle, very cool looking weapon. However, this does transform into a even cooler looking weapon in my opinion. So to get it there, we kind of have to parts form, much like on all of Dot Phaser's weapons. So this piece comes off here, and we replace it with this, which is pretty much the same piece, except extended out and flipped around. Little hinges here fold out, and it extends, but you can see where it comes from and where it ends up. Anyway, we slide this into the end, and then this piece here folds down, and we can plug little beam effect in there. And here is the Hell Scythe. Again, a very, very cool looking weapon. It detaches here, and it also attaches down here. This piece on mine comes off very easily, so you might want to be careful with that. You don't want to lose it. But if we pull this off here, we can slide this into his hand. Again, all of their hands are similar, so this weapon can be held by any of the other LBXs just fine. There is the Hell Scythe. Very, very cool looking weapon. I suppose very Gundam Death Scythe looking. But yeah, there he is. Let's pull this out of his hand real quick and take a look at the articulation. Now, the head is on a double ball joint. It can move all over the place, not very limited at all. However, it's attached in here, not in a socket, but it kind of just slides onto the ball there. So if you move the head around too much, it kind of ends up popping off, which is a little unfortunate. Very similarly, the arm here in the shoulder, the armor here just kind of slides on. It doesn't really pop in. I guess that's so it can slide to allow a little more movement in the shoulder, but move it around a little too much and this can slide clean off, which is a little annoying at some times. This can pop off just like all of the other ones. You can mix and match the arms of these guys. The elbows bend 90 degrees, rotate up here, ball joint in the wrist, but these little bits here are just attached on one little peg, and it's offset, which, when you move that around, looks kind of strange. I would have wished that it attached at least at 2 points so that it didn't move around all that much, but it is what it is. The waist rotates here, and again you can pull it out and swap it with other LBXs. I don't really show off this feature all that much, but this does pop off and you can reveal a little circuit board inside there, which is kind of a cool feature. They all have that, I just sometimes neglect to show it off in these reviews. This is a little loose on mine as well, so that's worth noting. The legs, they go forward and back to pretty much the fullest extent, no hindrance there, but in and out, just because of the way the thigh is shaped, there is, some pieces getting in the way. The knees bend 90 degrees, but again, these little fins here sometimes get in the way, a little annoying, just due to the design of this guy. And the feet have a lot of give. Ball joint in there, very free. You can get some really wide-legged stances. Very cool and dynamic poses with this guy. All around, yeah, he just looks dynamic. I guess that's how I'd describe him. Very, very cool. But he does have his problems with pieces kind of staying on. The tolerances on this guy are a little fiddly sometimes. But overall, he just looks awesome. He looks very striking on the shelf next to all of your other LBXs, and being part of the group that is pretty much the main enemies of this series, it's very cool to have him opposing pretty much everyone else on your shelf. So, that is about it, guys, and this is IXRoll@IX, signing off.